and thank you for joining us on BeeTv News Update at 3. I am Liberates Manjoana. Now the news in details. The Global Stop TB champion and First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, says President Bola Tinubu's economic reforms, along with a strong collaboration with the private sector, have positioned Nigeria to independently finance its tuberculosis response and lessen reliance on external donations. The First Lady made the remarks while speaking at the Global Stop TB board meeting in the Philippines, where she addressed the summit in her capacity as a global champion in the fight against tuberculosis. Also at the event, the coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Muhammad Patey, announced the federal government's contribution of $54 million to support the global effort against the disease.
Engagement and strategic national coordination, we have ensured that the number of people diagnosed and treated for TB in 2025 did not decline. This stands as a testament to the power of country ownership and to the unwavering commitment of Nigerians who continue to drive this response forward, even in the face of uncertainty. This experience has taught us a vital lesson that the sustainability of our TB response cannot depend solely on external assistance. True progress must be anchored in national investment, domestic resource mobilization, and local accountability.
What we're seeing is improved tax collection and the tax reforms at the macro level that are providing a path to increase revenue over time. So the last 2 years have been very difficult, but with the increase in revenue, we are seeing line of sight to Nigeria getting additional resources and then channeling those resources to the social sectors, health, education, and other areas. We've had a national financing dialogue to ensure that the federal government's commitments is matched by the subnational governments.
Wires and Cables has unveiled Africa's largest fiber optic manufacturing facility, together with the continent's first fiber reinforced plastic production factory. The commissioning also coincides with the company's 50th anniversary, a golden milestone celebrating 5 decades of innovation, growth and excellence in the industry, the report.
Of industry and government officials converged to celebrate the landscape achievement post to transform Nigeria's fiber optic landscape. The unwavering of Africa's largest fiber optic manufacturing facility at the continent's first fiber reinforced plastic production factory. The world-class project is expected to boost Nigeria's digital economy and position the nation as a major hub serving the wider African market.
To be able to deploy that fiber, we will need to train a lot of young people. And we're already talking to Coleman and the American partner, Conin, to see how we can actually bring 5,000 young people from all over the country to learn about fiber optic cable, to learn about how to handle it, how to slice it.
This expanded fiber optic facility signifies that our continent's digital revolution will increasingly be powered by solutions made on African soil, by our own hands, our own minds and industries.
President Bola Tinubu, represented by the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Jumoke Oduwole, lauded Cosman's 50 years journey as a shining example of Nigeria's enterprise. She noted that the project aligns with key pillars of the administration's 8-point agenda, particularly in promoting industrial development and creating jobs.
Scale made in Nigeria to the world. The reward for hard work is more work, and our policy posture through standards alignments, faster certification, and investment facilitation will continue to reflect that clarity of purpose as we support you to achieve more. Our telecoms operators, infrastructure funds, and EPCs proudly buy Nigerian, where the quality meets the spec.
With Coleman's initiative, Nigeria is not just building cables. It is building the foundation of a smart, inclusive, and knowledge-based society. From a macroeconomic perspective, increased local production of fiber optics will strengthen Nigeria's industrial output, boost exports, and contribute significantly to our GDP.
The factory is not built for Nigeria only. It's built for the export market also, Nigeria and the export market. As we said, 50% of infrastructural need is cable alone. We see the old infrastructure that we've done from fiber to low voltage to high voltage to marine cable as a total solution for Nigeria and Africa. As I said earlier, it's a company that itself can generate over 15 trillion and over $10 billion in earnings for this country.
The CEO of Coleman Wires and Cable announced plans to designate the Sagomo industrial site as a free trade zone, a strategic move expected to generate over 1 trillion naira in export revenue and create more than 20,000 direct and 200,000 indirect jobs, with at least 30% female participants. Favor Kolawole reporting for BeeTv News.
The chairman of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, retired Brigadier General Buba Mawa, says the agency has arrested 45,853 drug offenders, seized over 8.5 million kilograms of illicit substances, and secured 9,263 convictions in the last 30 months under President Bola Tinubu's administration. He made the remarks at a ceremony in Abuja, where 220 personnel were honored for outstanding performance and 15 senior officers were promoted to new ranks. General Mawa commended the officers for maintaining strong momentum in the fight against drug abuse and trafficking. At the Cross River State House of Assembly, Governor Basi Otu has presented a 780.59 billion naira budget for the 2026 fiscal year, tagged Budget of Inclusive Growth, presenting the appropriation bill before lawmakers. Governor Otu said the budget was the product of extensive consultations with stakeholders across the state and focuses on expanding access to education, healthcare, and infrastructure while deepening its administration's People's First philosophy. He explained that the 2026 budget represents a 17% increase over the 2025 fiscal year, with 590.63 billion naira allocated for capital expenditure and 260.96 billion naira for recurrent expenditure. The governor assured residents that the new fiscal year will prioritize inclusive growth and share prosperity across all 18 local government areas of the state. In Lagos, at least 8 people have been confirmed dead in an accident in the Kara Bridge along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The crash, which occurred on Wednesday night, involved several trucks, including a fuel tanker that collided on the bridge. It was later learned that one of the victims, said to be an occupant of one of the trucks, were born beyond recognition. The incident also caused a heavy gridlock on the expressway, grounding vehicular movements and leaving many commuters stranded. Eyewitnesses said one of the trucks carrying unidentified goods veered off the road and crashed into the bricks barricade of the bridge. Confirming the accident, the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LATMA, said 8 casualties were recorded but did not provide further details. A video by Ebuku of 4G from Delta State convened to scrutinize JAMB's 2023 and 2024 budget performance as well as its bank statement from 2023 to date. Lawmakers revealed that they had written 3 consecutive letters to JAMB requesting the documents and the personal appearance of the registrar, Professor Ishak Oloyede.
They are sensitive information and that we don't require the presence of pressmen. Kindly give us the benefit of that they should excuse us, please.
One thing the committee will not take from any agency is when the agency refuses to submit documents that were requested by this committee.
In a dramatic turn of events, the representatives of the registrar became visibly agitated, ordered his team to leave, and walked out of the session. Speaking to journalists after the meeting, members of the committee condemned JAMB's conduct, describing it as contempt of parliament and a blatant disregard for democratic accountability.
It's not the right for JAMB representative to say they want a meeting closed door and that they want to see the chairman in camera. These are the things that they put the National Assembly members into trouble.
It's quite embarrassing. It's unheard of where an agency will come in. For us to oversight an agency, then the agency will tell us that, sorry, we would like to see you in private.
It's already obvious JAMB has something to hide. We are not going to tolerate all this trying to evade our questions, and they make certain comments that would actually prompt for further investigation.
We have heard of instances where is it snake or something swallowed money, and I think it is the same agency. So probably a bigger swallow may have happened, and they have not prepared themselves for the autopsy. So it's unfortunate.
The committee has now given JAMB until next Tuesday for the registrar to appear in person, accompanied by his management team, and present all requested documents or risk arrest for contempt of parliament. Temitakwe Oluwafemi reporting for BeeTv News.
The Minister of Environment, Babalabe Abbas Lawa, has urged stakeholders in the oil and gas sector to enhance collaboration for a more effective approach to OSP detection and management across the country. Speaking in Abuja during the relaunch of the Environmental Sensitive Index (ESI), mapped by the National OSP Detection and Response Agency (NOSRA, the minister praised the agency for emerging as the top-performing institution among 500 MDAs in the 2024 Transparency and Integrity Index. In his remarks, NOSRA Director General Chukwemeka Woke reaffirmed the agency's commitment to environmental protection and urged industry stakeholders to collaborate in addressing oil field, gas, flaring, and other threats to Nigeria's ecosystem. The federal government, in partnership with the World Bank, has launched a new phase of its Youth Skill Development Program under the Ideas TV initiative. The training, which commenced at CSS Integrated Farm in Kefi, Nasarawa State, aims to equip 300 young Nigerians with practical skills in agriculture and animal husbandry. The report.
At CSS Integrated Farms in Kefi, the federal government launched the World Bank-supported IDEA TVET training aimed at strengthening technical and vocational education in Nigeria. The national project coordinator described the initiative as a crucial step toward equipping young Nigerians with practical skills for self-reliance.
Today marks a pivotal step in our national effort to empower young Nigerians with the skills, knowledge, and opportunities they need to thrive in the fast-evolving world. Through this initiative, we reaffirm our resolve to tackle unemployment, foster innovation, and promote effective development across our great nation.
We believe that when our youth are empowered with practical skills, the entire community benefits because they become creators of wealth, providers of jobs, agents of positive change.
Of the organizers for their vision and commitment to empowering our youth, which will bring positive development to Nigeria.
Under the IDEAL program, more than 300 youths will undergo intensive hands-on training in crop production and animal husbandry delivered by certified training service providers.
100 trainees will be enrolled, 100 trainees have been enrolled into fish farming, 100 in animal husbandry. And what is animal husbandry? It's all about ruminant production, cattle, sheep, and goats.
For the beneficiaries, the training is more than just an educational experience. It represents a lifeline to a brighter future.
I am really glad, and at the same time, I would say I consider it a privilege to be part of this program. I see it as a great opportunity for me to develop myself.
It means a lot to me. As a matter of fact, I must say that I'm privileged to be a part of it, and I see myself becoming better after it.
With Nigeria's youth population expanding rapidly, initiatives like the IDEA's TVET project are crucial for bridging the skills gap, curbing unemployment, and promoting inclusive economic growth. Temitakwe Oluwafemi reporting for BeeTv News.
And on business news, The Manufacturers Association of Nigeria (MAN) has reported a 9.5% decline in credits to the manufacturing sector, dropping to 7.72 trillion naira as of March 2025 from 8.53 trillion naira in December 2024. The association warned that the sector's recovery remains fragile due to high lending rates, energy costs, and foreign exchange shortages. Let's join BeeTv News Temitope Oluwafemi for more from the business world.
According to MAN's third quarter 2025 Manufacturers CEO Confidence Index, inventories valued at 1.4 trillion naira continue to hinder growth in the real sector. Despite these challenges, capacity utilization improved to 61.3% in the first half of 2025 from 57.6% in the previous half year, indicating modest recovery. The report revealed that 18,935 manufacturing jobs were lost in the first half of 2025 compared to 10,891 in the second half of 2024, largely due to high input costs and forest scarcity. The MCCI rose slightly from 50.3 points in quarter 2 to 50.7 points in quarter 3 of 2025, signaling cautious optimism among manufacturers, though conditions remain below the neutral threshold of 50 points. Stakeholders say $120 billion transport fund is crucial for AfCFTA gains. Maritime stakeholders have stated that for African countries to benefit from the African Continental Free Trade Area, the continent will require an investment of $120 billion in transport equipment by 2030. These stakeholders spoke on Wednesday at the opening ceremony of a two-day sub-regional seminar and meeting of Standing Committee Number 1 on Trade and Transport of the Union of African Shippers Councils. The event with the theme, the readiness of countries of West and Central Africa in the implementation of the agreement establishing the African Continental Free Trade Area, the role of Shippers Councils, was organized by the Nigerian Shippers Council in collaboration with the UASC. Lokobiri says Africa imported $120 billion worth of oil in 2024. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Oil, Helikin Lokobiri, has disclosed that African countries imported hydrocarbon resources valued at $120 billion in 2024, underscoring the continent's high energy demand and limited refinery capacity. Speaking at the OTL Africa Downstream Energy Week in Lagos, Lokobiri said Africa remains a major energy consumption market, but continues to lose value due to its dependence on foreign refinery and distribution networks. He stressed that Nigeria aims to retain a larger share of that value through
On entertainment news, Helen Arti, alleged mother of Cubana chief priest child, has gone public again, accusing him of sending men to trap her. Escalating their ongoing dispute, the estranged baby mama shared screenshots of messages she claimed were part of the attempt, describing the move as intimidating and manipulative. Let's join BeeTv News Evelyn Izibili for details and more from Entertainment World.
This comes after she publicly called him out for pledging to pay school fees for 50 Clifford University students during the Davido School commissioning in honor of his late mother. Helen highlighted the contrast, questioning his alleged neglect of their child while making public gestures elsewhere. Cubana chief priest, who has always denied any relationship with Helen Arti, claimed he invited her to Nigeria for a DNA test, but that she allegedly demanded money instead. In another development, controversial social media critic Very Dark Man has slammed protesters who joined the Free Nnamdi Kanu Now rally, saying they did it for hype rather than the real purpose. This remark comes in wake of the recent Soare protests for Nnamdi Kanu's release, which saw the arrest of key figures, including his brother, lawyer Usun, but his playful and loving spirit continues to bring smiles, especially through a hilarious note he once wrote to his wife Jennifer Odomodo